It's okay, hon. It's okay. Sorry, she's having a struggle here. It's okay.
And her cheeks get real red.
And she clenches down. Yeah. I couldn't look at that. And she's so tense. I know it. It's okay, hon. It's okay. Honey, you're struggling. I love you. I'm sorry you have to see all this.
Well, what we're hoping is next time it's going to be different.
I pray that's the case.
So today you brought her up and we took a supplementary or a lateral view, and then we put the appliance in with a little string there in the front to retrieve it. But at first she kept pushing it out, and then what did you notice after a bit?
The initial kind of observation was just more of a relaxation of her body.
How did you tell that? You said something.
Well, she was in my arms, and I could just sense there was just kind of a, like after you almost have a sigh, it's kind of that, it just felt like she was settling into comfort, almost. So initially, in my arms, I felt almost kind of a relaxed, she didn't sigh, but more like her body sighed when the appliance went in.
How about after?
Hands were kind of fisted. I see one is still a little fisted, but the one is open. I definitely think that the fisting is kind of a response to just discomfort in her body.
Yeah.
And also just neurologically, I feel like she's immature. So there's kind of still that immature kind of reflex. But
we'll give her a couple days.
Yeah, we'll give her a few days. But no, immediately there was an opening of the hands, kind of an opening of the body in general. Just kind of a, are you feeling good, hon?
Okay.
Do you feel good? And I definitely just noticed, an alertness. I feel like the bags under her eyes are gone. The color in her skin is beautiful. And
Taking the impressions, and that was a pretty rough day. There was a pretty evident that as she was drifting off to sleep, she would get very rigid and look like a seizure.
Definitely.
Clench her teeth and turn her head up to the right.
Right.
And almost repeated that fairly regularly.
Right.
And of course, she hasn't fallen asleep, so I think you said you really wouldn't expect that unless she was going to go into a nap.
Correct. That's correct.
So the real proof of the pudding is if she goes to take a little nap and doesn't get that.
That I would be thrilled.
Yeah.
I would be thrilled. So we will just monitor that. Huh? You do look like you might be able to go to sleep a little bit, huh? But then again with her bottle, then we just fed her the first time with her appliance in. She was still bottle fed. I mean, since day one, her suck has not been very strong.
Right. And you told me she really guarded her mouth a lot.
Definitely. I would try and put day one of life, try to put a pacifier in her mouth, and she would spit it immediately out. Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely, I mean, even her bottle I can kind of put in and out with ease. Typically, with this appliance, I hear an actual suck. Yeah. I can hear it. And the suck actually has some fight to it now. Yeah. When kind of pulling it out of her mouth, she's actually kind of fighting with me, which is something I've never experienced with her.
Just when you think her smile couldn't get any bigger, it gets wider.
I like that. You look good. Doesn't she look good?
She looks amazing. I think that was a really good nap.
That could possibly have been her first, like, real sleep in
She
life.
really does.
Maybe that was your first real sleep in life. Huh? Was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, I would take them things out for any amount of money.
You make my heart smile. It's been a long, long ride.
No more jumps. No more jumps.